and salutations, my friends of the internet. Air hug. There we go. Welcome to Richard B. Ranting, the show. I am your host, Richard Gustafson, this guy. And by the looks of my invisible watch here, it's time to rant. Some filings this week that were released shows that Donald Trump may have taken funds from his private foundation, which were funded by outside donors, to fuel his crazy train of a presidential campaign. Now, if this is true, what happens is there's some self-dealing laws that Donald Trump may have broken if it was used for his benefits. Okay? It's still a no-no if he did. Now, here's the thing about this. That seems to be, number one, not surprising that Donald Trump would do that. Number two, it seems to be all the rage in politics, because Hillary Clinton was being accused of dipping into her little private foundation and putting some money toward her own crazy train of a campaign. Now, here's the thing about it. If these politicians will do that to their own private foundation, just imagine what they're going to do for America and to America. Both. Now, I'm going to go on a different kind of a rant here. I'm going to be talking about campaign fundraising because I think it's the most ridiculous crap in the world. Here's why. See, they already have the money to run a presidential campaign. Alright? Now, of course, if I was to run, I would definitely need a fundraiser. Big time. But they already have the money, and they're already asking people who are struggling just to even make rents in their apartment to give them money to run a presidential campaign. I find that to be ridiculously dumb. Okay? Here's an analogy that I can think of for that. Alright? Say, for instance, you have, we'll use me for an example. I already have, and you know I already have, behind me, 12 cartons of cigarettes. Okay? Now, you just walked out of the store buying one pack of cigarettes, and here's the crazy part. I'm going to come up to you with you knowing of my 12 lovely stacks of cigarettes. I look at you and say, hey buddy, can you go ahead and buy me a pack of smokes? Equivalent to campaign fundraising. God, I hate this election so much. I'm screwing my words up. I just hate this election. A man walked into an Apple store in Dijon, France. That's Dijon, France. That was my French accent, I guess. Well, what happened was when he walked into the Apple store, he decided to just vandalize the whole damn place. No, actually what he did was he did break a few thousands of dollars worth of Apple products. Now, while he was on camera being caught doing this, he looked at the camera and was asked why. He said, Apple is a company that violates the European consumers' rights. I asked for a reimbursement and I didn't get it. Now, after destroying 12 iPhones and a laptop, don't know why he destroyed the laptop, did nothing to him, security scooted him off to a French jail. Or do they call that la jail? Okay, I'm bad with my French. Alright, here's the deal, dude, to the person who did this. See, that was batshit nuts. Okay? Alright? Here's what's crazy. If you want to get a company to reimburse you, you don't destroy their products. No, because you'll pay more. Yeah. See, I've learned something in the 38 years I've been on this planet, and yes, I do look good for my age. Here's the thing. I learned this, that you can attract more bees with honey than with rage that'll make people question your sanity. Now, speaking of reimbursements, I must admit I have asked for a reimbursement myself. Well, it's more for my family. See, I asked for reimbursement from my doctor because I sometimes don't know what family I get birthed into. And I need to be reimbursed somewhat. He hasn't given it to me. But, hey, in his defense, the doctor has passed away. And finally, to close this out this week, we have Grumpy Cat. Grumpy Cat, the internet sensation, got herself Did I read that right? Herself? Really? It's a her? I thought it was a him. I don't know why I think all cats are hims. Anyways, got herself immortalized in wax at Madame Tussauds in Washington, D.C., and then closed out the wacky weekend by going on the Broadway musical Cats and closing it. Whew. Wow. I bet that poor kitty is tired. Now, this is a mind-boggling thing, because here's the thing. There's a cat who's popular because of the internet that has a wax figure in Madame Tussauds. And there's some of you guys that can't get Employee of the Month at where you work at. Wow. Wow. Anyways, now I must applaud Broadway and a little golf clap. Bravo, bravo. For the nice little pun there, basically the real life pun of having a cat close out the musical Cats for the night. I'm now just going to sit back and wait for my landlord to close out a show, Rent. Yeah! Well, as the little thing that came across the screen told you, time's up. Yeah, time's up on the invisible watch. I'm done ranting. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this. I appreciate it. I will rant to you guys next week. I will see you on the YouTube. Take care.